Hello, I'm Mark Sudduth, the writer and director of Tracking the Hurricanes 2018, and today I am going to give you a look at how I did the music for this important documentary covering the 2018 hurricane season. Before getting into this whole hurricane thing, I studied music first. It turns out that music is more of my hobby. I play the keyboards, which you can see behind me. I have done so even as a child. I played piano, could pick things up by ear. I could just hear something and try to bang it out on the piano. I was never like a child prodigy or anything like that, but I certainly enjoyed music, and especially film music. And I knew that I wanted to do something very special and memorable for Tracking the Hurricanes 2018. As I began working on the music for the documentary back in late October, early November, I knew that I wanted a common theme throughout, so I turned everything on one night, those keyboards behind me, and just started playing and seeing what I could come up with. I chose the key of D and figured this will work in different variations in the key of D for my theme. So first I developed the piano that you hear in the very beginning and towards the end of the film. From the piano piece grew these different anthems that would either be full-on orchestral, sort of synthesized. I mean, obviously everything is done on synthesizers, but it would go from this piano, very simple piece, to these larger, sweeping anthem-style pieces that would be appropriate for like the beginning of the Florence chapter, for example. There's also these times where I needed music, and by the way, when music is done for movies, the director and the music composer and some of the producers get together in the studio and they do what's called a spotting session, where they figure out where and when in the film the music will go. And that's very important in blockbuster movies, etc., but also important for something as epic as the documentary that I was putting together. There are times when the music is needed, it begs for music, and there's times when music is not appropriate at all. And so spotting the music appropriately was very important. And so there were times where I would again use that theme, but it would be much more of a background kind of pad, synthesizer, ethereal, atmospheric sound. And there's a couple of scenes where we see the forest that was all lit up at night that evening of October 10th, right after Michael's landfall. That's one of those times. The sky was ablaze with a deep red that made us feel like we were on another planet. I would just sit down with the keyboards and bang away. You know, just set up the program over on my laptop. It's called Audacity, to record everything coming through the keyboards there, through the mixing board. And I would play doing improv, probably 30 minutes to an hour, with the headphones on, just going at it. Sometimes I would do these layered orchestral string sounds. Other times I would get out this iPad app called D1 from a group called Audio Kit that has these gorgeous analog sounds that you know sound a lot like something Hans Zimmer would use, or Bear McCreary as examples. He does The Walking Dead and the score for 10 Cloverfield Lane, if you saw that movie. And their influences on me, I was able to kind of bring out my inner Hans Zimmer, that rhymed, using this particular app and some of the sounds that it provided, literally just improvising for 30 minutes, maybe 90 minutes at a time, you know, just going at it. Hans Zimmer did a interview for this documentary called Score, a film music documentary. It's a really amazing documentary on how music's done for films. And he's got this one phrase that he says in there, this one quote, something about that he doesn't know where music comes from. And the blank page is always a blank page, and that's true. Whether you're creating a painting, a novel, music, whatever the case may be, poetry, any art form starts with a blank canvas or a blank page, and where that inspiration comes from, flowing through us, through the universe, through our souls, or whatever it is, and ultimately out through my fingertips as a keyboard composer, was really a lot of fun because I was able to kind of translate what I was feeling through my music into the film, and I think it helped to make a better overall production. It is easy to see from this vantage point just how widespread the water was, swallowing up entire communities, and not just in rural areas. Even Wilmington and its surrounding neighborhoods were experiencing major to catastrophic flooding. So there you have it. There's a look at how I do the music for my documentaries. I appreciate you tuning in. I am Mark Sudduth for HurricaneTrack.com. Thanks for watching.